we must recognize that the church, as it's been organized in Europe and throughout the world, belong to this patriarchal culture. Our names for God are all masculine, and the apostles were all masculine, and the bishops are all masculine. And we've got this patriarchal system, and it was valid in its time, you see. Things have their time, but it's no longer valid today. We're discovering the values of the feminine in normal human life everywhere, and slowly we're discovering them in the church. And we shall eventually discover them in God, you see. God is feminine as well as masculine. When I thought I was going to die like that, and I realized that I was not, it came through to me, you have to be ready to die. Every moment, really, certainly every day. And I think this is a lesson for everybody, really. You know, nobody knows when they're going to die. And it's no good simply putting it off all the time, as we tend to do. If you face it, you realize you hold your life in your hands and you're ready to let go at any moment. And I think that's wisdom, really. In fact, Plato, you know, said that human existence is preparing to die, really. And it's deeply true. And of course, that's the meaning of resurrection, don't forget. My God, why have you forsaken me? See, Jesus was dying on the cross, and he'd been rejected by his people. He was being persecuted by the Roman government. He was physically in pain, and psychologically in distress. And he had to face the darkness of death, I think, you see. He had to go through the total darkness. And he had to lose his God, in a sense. You see, any God is a projection, eventually. And you have to get rid of all projections. The mind has to go, and then beyond the mind, you enter into the darkness, which is the darkness of love. And when we look back on the whole of our life, we'll see it as a mixture, you know, of good and evil, and of failure and success and so on. But we realize that's not the real thing. That something was moving in us through it all, taking us beyond it all. There are times of confusion, times of darkness, but there is a continual growth. It's quite extraordinary, because I think in the last 2 years, I've grown more than in the previous 84 years, you know.